Mark out Mania. Mark out Mania. It's Saturday morning and we're marking out on Mark Out Mania.
Yeah.
Hola.
Ooh, good morning, everyone. What's up, guys? How you guys doing today?
Doing good, James. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you very much. I just want to take a quick time out and say I want to thank you, Zeus, and thank you, Pedro, for all the happy birthday wishes last week on the show. I heard the singing. It was awesome. I want to take a time out and thank everyone out there, the whole Lucha clique, Angie, Dante, YYHH, the whole crew for all the birthday wishes. Thank you very much. I cut my excursion back 2 days so I can come home and watch the premiere Lucha Underground, and I loved every minute of it. So I just want to take a time out to thank everyone. And Zeus, that was a hell of a story last week, man. And RBD, we got to get that comic book up and running, buddy, man. No ifs, no ands, no buts. Let's do it. I don't care if we got to kidnap the bastard. Let's do it, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good stuff, man. Good stuff last week.
It's definitely something I should probably start putting back on the drawing board.
Yeah, most definitely, man. That was good stuff last week from both you guys, man. So it was a great show. And again, thanks to everyone out there. And thanks you two for holding on the fort. Awesome.
Yeah, man. We're glad you had a great time.
Hell yeah. I'll put it real simple. There was always something in my hand. It was either food or beer. That's all I got to say. I need a vacation from the eating bond, and I'm all good. But again, thanks to the Lucha clique, thanks to everyone. I give everyone all the hugs and love. Okay, so this week was the premiere of Lucha Underground Season 4. I know, Pedro, you were hyped. Zeus, I know you were hyped, so let's get into it. Who wants to go first? Zeus, go ahead, buddy. Tell us how hyped you were.
All right, well, it just, last, like what, 8 months since they announced, that it was coming.
8 long months.
Yeah, 8 long months, and I was so excited, and then they throw up the photo over social media saying it was going to be Aztec Warfare 4 to start it off with, and I'm like, oh my god, and I'm just like,
that was actually insane.
I was like, they're like they're going to try to take the belt off of Pentagon to start the season. I was like, oh man, there's no way. I'm like, this is crazy. So, I mean, it just, I was really blown away. And then the whole thing where, we've got Antonio Cueto and Dario is seemingly dead. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is it. I was just so blown away by it all. I mean, some people didn't like all that at the beginning, but I mean, I'm just like,
there was definitely some pros and cons, and we'll get into that. There was definitely some pros and cons.
It's like I just wanted to go and just wanted to happen.
That's my sentiments exactly. I didn't care.
What were you guys' initial thoughts as it started?
I didn't care. I was hyped up. I mean, I cut my excursion down like 2 days just to come back home for this, so I was pumped up from jump. But, there were some things I noticed that I didn't like. There were some things I noticed that I really liked. But overall, I was so excited just to have Lucha Underground back in the fold that it didn't matter. Nothing mattered. I wanted to see action. I wanted to see all the people that hold dear to our hearts. I wanted to hear Matt Striker and Vampiro on commentary. I wanted to hear the Lucha clique in the background chanting. I wanted all the sights, the sounds, the smells. I wanted everything. So I didn't give a shit what it was, The fact that they opened up with Aztec Warfare was sick. I understand how they did it and why they did it. It was a good idea to do that. It was, but it kind of forced me to jump right in. Where I was more ready to take my time and ease into it, oh baby, I missed you. No, it was like, baby, I missed you. Come here, So it was like it was exciting and stuff, but I'm still pumped up.
Well,
how about you, Pedro?
Have cero miedo. I was marking out.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. And still,
Oh my
as the
God!
champion.
So I am I mean, everyone knows I'm a huge Pentagon mark.
Mhm.
Like of people wrestling currently, my
Right.
favorite is easily Pentagon. And so this was like this entire the whole Aztec warfare was like a Pentagon wet dream almost like like everything he did. Like he eliminated so many people. He was the first luchador in Lucha Underground to like enter with the belt and leave with the belt. Is amazing.
As I think Pedro goes to sleep at night on black sheets with a black pillowcase. Good job, buddy. I have to admit real quick, I marked out hard for Tommy Dreamer. That's all I'm going to say. I marked out hard. I was like, oh, Tommy Dreamer. I was like, hey. I was like, somebody hit me with a chair quick. I mean, I was nuts, It was awesome.
Oh, real quick, Zeus had to take off. Thanks for him for stopping by while he can.
Yeah, Zeus, I hope everything works out, buddy. Go do what you got to do, my friend.
Yeah, Tommy Dreamer. I mean, I know we saw him he was in the trailer, like we saw him briefly, but like I don't know what it is. I can throw things out of my head, so like I for some reason I just forgot about it. And so when he appears, I'm like, oh my God, it's Tommy Dreamer. And then like with the thing with the thumbtacks, I don't know why I was like, oh shit, there's thumbtacks.
Well, you knew as soon as he came down to the ring, and what was hot was that the whole temple was all chanting his name, Tommy Dreamer. Yeah. That was hot. And then the first thing he did, he didn't get into the ring. He didn't acknowledge the crowd. He went in and he pulled out a garbage can with a whole bunch of shit in it. I was like, here we go.
He got the plunder. He got the plunder.
It was like, here we go. And it was just awesome, man. The way the crowd accepted him and like the way he actually gave the energy right back to the crowd. So that was hot, man. I love that.
When I was watching it like for the third time last night, I noticed when he comes out, well, if you watch when all the people come out, there's these there's some fans like right there. Mm-hmm. And there's a guy with like glasses, and like at first when he sees Tommy Dreamer, it's almost like he covers his mouth or something, like he can't believe it's Tommy Dreamer, and then he's like screaming like whoa or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was all shock and awe. I mean, I couldn't imagine being there live, and then here comes Tommy Dreamer. I mean, I would have crapped my pants. I would have lost it. Like, here it is, right there.
A little bit of promotion for next week. No, this is early, but next week we're supposed to talk about ECW because Maverick Pro is having.
That's right. So it just blends right into it. Look at that.
And so we're doing like an ECW episode next week. But like one of my favorite like live moments, which I'll discuss, next week. It might be my very favorite moment. Like going to a show live involves Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer's the man.
Yeah,
that's it. He's the man. Yeah, I mean, he's the man who wore a license plate as a belt, so that was hot. I mean, come on, you can't stop that. Right.
Hey,
I mean,
I was just gonna say, what do you think of Mr. Spectacular?
You know what? I was shocked at that. I saw that. I was like, oh, so here we go now. Vice versa. Here comes the TNA talent being dropped in here and there. I thought that was cool. I actually liked the way the crowd actually played into him, and then you played back into the crowd, and he was doing his thing. I just hope it's not like a one-off, because I would love him to be involved in some storylines.
Yeah, he was involved in what's that thing? Wasn't he? Was he involved in Impact or TNA?
Yeah, he was in Impact with him and Robbie E or Robbie B or whatever the hell his name is, and all that shit. And that's when TNA was trying to struggle to stay afloat. Yeah, but it was good. It was good to see Mr. Spectacular. I was like, oh, this is good. See, here's the thing about. This is what I praise about. I give ultimate props to Lucha Underground for. I see Johnny Impact, I see Johnny Mundo, and I see Johnny Impact on Impact. And he's just an average wrestler. I see Johnny Mundo over on Lucha Underground, and he comes in, he's like a god. It's the build. It's the way they do the characters. It's the stories that they give them. They don't invest as much as they do in LU as they do in Impact. So if we could say somebody like Mr. Spectacular and throw an LU storyline behind him and the crowd behind him, he can be huge. He could be huge. So, that's what I give Lucha Underground props for. I mean, for God's sakes, in came Chavo Guerrero, and he was running the gauntlet like he was the man. If you had Chavo Guerrero on Impact, he would have jogged in 3 minutes, and that would have been it. You know what I'm saying? End of story. They know how to utilize the people that they have, and that's what makes Lucha Underground a superior promotion. Period.
Yeah, I mean, you like the bringing up the Johnny Mundo / Impact thing is a good example, because in Lucha Underground, he was like amplified and so much better than he ever was.
He was Hulk Hogan in Lucha Underground.
Like when you think of him when he was in the WWE in the past, and then you think of
him he was a mid-carder. He was a mid-carder. You know, he had a couple runs with the tag team titles. You know, he had a couple runs of IC champ or whatever it was, and he pissed somebody off, and that was it. Right. You know, he was the fake ECW champ.
Yeah, the fake ECW champ.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
But oh man.
But then it's just they know how to cater to their talent. They understand their people, and that's why Lucha Underground is so great. So when even before the whole thing started, now I want to ask you something, Pedro.
Okay.
What do you think about Son of Havoc being named the third person as a trio champion?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't even earn it. He didn't even get it. He just comes down the ring and they strap the bell on him. And no Dante Fox.
Yeah, where's Dante? That was, first off, I was like, because I thought we saw him in the trailer. Like, I thought
unless it's part of storyline, he comes later. He's nursing an injury. Who knows?
Right.
But did you think Son of Havoc was a good choice?
I don't know. I felt a little bad for Son of Havoc, because I was like, he already went. He was already like a trios champion in kind of a team of people who didn't get along. And
did you feel cheated that it was him?
Now it's him. Now he's back in that position.
Right.
Like, it felt a little weird, but
did you feel a little cheated? Like, oh, wait a minute, I wanted Dante Fox.
Well, yeah. I mean, I did want Dante Fox. But when they said it could be anybody, you kind of want it to be someone you just don't expect. And then when it's Son of Havoc, you're like,
right, the mark out of Terry Funk came out,
Oh, shit, dude. Don't put these ideas in my head.
That's what I wanted, something like that.
There's an alternate universe right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Where Terry Funk comes out.
Yeah, but he's for the Trio Championship.
His old man crazy flailing punches and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, but his branding iron, yeah.
Oh my God.
Did you feel cheated? I felt a little cheated. I mean, I love Son of Havoc. I mark out for him. I do, but I felt cheated. Like I wanted Dante Fox, right? And okay, fine. If I was going to get the Dante Fox, then I wanted somebody that I have not seen yet. I wanted somebody like I wanted to be punched in the face by somebody who I didn't see. Like I wanted a holy shit moment. But it's cool that it was Havoc. It's cool that it's Havoc. I mean, he's the man. He's awesome, man. I mean, I love him. But I want a better storyline for Havoc.
I think it's both things, right? One, we wanted someone. We wanted to see something crazy, right? Like,
right.
And
a la Terry Funk or Sabu,
or
New Jack, or
just Mr. Spectacular comes out.
Right. Bobby Lashley.
And with Son of Havoc, like we all love Son of Havoc. We don't want to see him back in this kind of storyline, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. I want to see him I want to see Son of Havoc. Okay, I actually want him to be Get the God champion.
Right. What?
That's a storyline that I want for him.
Right. I mean, think of how many times they've teased him getting like a big push, right? And
Right.
think of how many times the crowd has just been 100% behind him.
Yeah, man, he's awesome. I love Havoc. I love that. But you know, even before we got to Havoc, what did you think of Dario's pops, the old man?
First off,
I gotta give him props for that commercial. That was awesome. Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, the Modelo commercial. Yeah, that was awesome. I had some Modelo myself.
Yeah, Fiesta Cerveza. Very good, Pedro. Very good.
Dario, I was like dying inside that he's like dead or potentially dead. Like we don't know what the real story is going to end up being.
Right.
I don't know if that's us trying to come to terms with it. Like I don't know if we're grasping at straws. Like, well, maybe he's really Antonio Cueto, or maybe you know, what's her
Has a paid stunt double laying in the coffin. You know, I mean, you know, I want something like that. You know.
Yeah, like maybe at the end of the season, Katrina brings him back. We don't know
exactly because Dario cannot die. I mean, I'm sure the pops is going to be good, but Dario cannot die.
So yeah, and him like he was hilarious. I mean,
he was awesome, man. But he was awesome. He's awesome.
He's such an asshole dad, which is funny for this episode to air like it was before Father's Day.
Father's Day. It was not. That's what I said. It was perfect. Yeah.
Dario's dad being like knocking his picture over in the ring and throwing it out.
It was awesome, man. That was cool. I was digging the limp. Okay, and then, you know, all of a sudden, you know, here comes the Christian Bale Batman voice. Hi, I'm Dario's father. Oh, holy shit! Look at this guy. He's Christian Bale. Awesome. You know, I just thought that whole angle was awesome. I love that. I love that.
I can't wait to see where all this is going because, he's hilarious so far.
It was good. Now you know, I thought the best performances of the night, easily hands down. You had to go with Phoenix. He was amazing the entire night.
Phoenix was incredible.
He was incredible. All that ring rope work and all the rope techniques with him and Mundo, it was amazing. You know, and then of course, you know, how can you forget about Pentagon Dark? He was awesome. I mean, he ran the gauntlet pretty much. He was the man in that match. But to me, I think the guy who stole the show, only because I mark out for him hard, had to be Marty the Moth. He was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And if he gets a huge push, man, that would be amazing. I mean, because in my book, he was the heel of last season. He was the heel.
Right.
So, you know, he would be great. I mean, him and Pentagon going at it back and forth as a feud. I mean, I think it was awesome. I just think it was awesome.
Here's my take a little bit on Marty in the Aztec Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
So, the thing at the end after the match, right?
Right.
So first off, when it comes down to him and Penta, the guy Martin, however you say his last name, he was really good at the acting stuff here because he was kind of giving out this thing like, he's never really, it's almost like he never thought about being in this spot before, and now it's here. He could be the champion, and then so he's trying real hard to win, right? And then he loses, and then Pentagon breaks his arm, is going to break his arm, and the way he's protesting before it happens, you think about all the stuff he's been through up to this point. Right. He's had his hair shaved. He's the WMD match, all this kind of stuff, and he's like, don't bleed, it's kind of like Marty's almost like turning semi-face here, being you don't have to break my arm, in a way, and then he breaks his arm, and the way Marty is selling it, I'm like, this is not there for no reason.
I love the way he sold it after LU aired. On Twitter, he sold it. He had a bag of peas on his arm and a bottle of tequila in his hand, talking about bad work day. That's selling it. That's getting into character, and that is awesome. And that's why I love him. He's awesome. He sold that after we all watched what happened. He's got an ice bag or a bag of peas on his arm and a big bottle of tequila in his hand, talking about a bad day at work.
That was
you can't beat that, man. You can't beat that.
That was a great picture. But I'm saying that this is all like they're going to come back to this Marty and Pentagon.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be awesome.
They didn't emphasize it so much for no reason. They did it for a specific reason. Like they're coming back to it.
Yeah.
I hope at least.
Yeah. Now, before we get further, what do you think of the new Ice Temple?
Oh man, the new Ice Temple. On the Way to Real podcast, you were listening to that too. They were talking about how the old temple. We in the chat or whatever. We were talking about how the old temple looked red, and this one looked
blue. The ice,
ice. It doesn't. To me, so far, it doesn't look as nice as the old temple. Like. It doesn't look as nice on the screen, but I mean, I think it could be.
It doesn't have the familiar layout, right? Right, exactly.
We just have to get used to it. So,
I was looking for Striker Vampiro all night. I was like, "What the hell are they? I can't find them. I can't see them." But I like the seating. It was cool. I think we all have to get used to how it looks on camera. It looked like everybody was just as involved in the action. They looked a little closer to the ring, actually. Again, I think you brought up a point also in the Way to Real chat that it looked like the ring was smaller.
Yeah, it looks smaller, but I don't
know if that's the camera angle or if the people are closer to the ring, but like everything looks like a little smaller, like it was more cozy, and which is kind of cool, But I can get used to the new, the whole new temple. I didn't like the ring ropes. I didn't like the color of the ropes because it actually threw me off for some reason. I don't know why.
The blue,
like yellow, blue, and yellow, or something like that.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah, blue and yellow. Yeah,
because it kept throwing me off for some reason. It threw me off. I don't know because I'm colorblind or like I'm like a cat or something. I don't know, but it just blew me off. I was having trouble focusing at one point. Like them damn ropes, As far as production value goes, I wasn't a fan of the editing. It looked like we missed a lot of stuff. Because I'll give you one example. You saw Hernandez come down, and then all of a sudden his whole head was busted open. I'm like, hello, I wasn't a fan of the editing, but that's all nitpicking in my book. I was just so excited to have everything back, and it felt normal to have. Here we are again, 8:00 on a Wednesday. It's time for Lucha Underground, and that is what made everything so great. It didn't matter what color the ropes. It didn't matter, the editing. It didn't matter the camera angles, the this, the that, the third. We're just happy to see the people that we love in that ring again, and some new faces, which is awesome. I mean, and then you have the return of Chavo. Oh my God, he looked like a beast. He looked great. And you have Hernandez. Tommy Dreamer. I mean, it was awesome. The people that were coming in. All we needed was Big Rick and Alberto Del Rio, and boom,
Oh my God!
It was season 1 all over again.
On the editing, I mean, I think there's probably like a million things happening that just they probably just have to cut it all down for time.
Yeah. That's why
But other
times for a match like that, for the season premiere. It should have been 90 minutes.
Right.
And then you go back to an hour every week. But you got the big season 4 premiere. If you know you're doing Aztec Warfare 4, and boom, you know what? This is how you're going to start it off. Do a 90-minute special and let the whole match play out. You know?
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. That does kind of make sense. Yeah, like have a 90-minute episode.
Yeah, it's because I had to watch because I had to watch it 3 times because because I felt like I was missing stuff. You know?
Right.
He's on the all of a sudden he's on the floor and then boom, he's on the top rope. All of a sudden he's there and then boom, he's busted open. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
This makes me wonder. I haven't gone back and watched the other Aztec warfares in a while. I'm like, I wonder if I watch them again, will I be like, this is edited crazy too.
Now I don't know if it's new editing, new camera people, or because of budget restraints, or I don't know. Is that us as fans, us as the Lucha Click marks? I don't know. We are expecting more from it now. Because I hold LU in high esteem that I want the production values to be like WWE, even though I know it's impossible. But I'm expecting that kind of look because I'm marking out for it.
Right.
So I want it to be like the best thing ever on TV. So I'm looking for stuff like that. Now I could be wrong. It could have always been the same, but our expectations has changed. But I think, I just think, in my opinion, it would have a season premiere. You could have a special 90-minute episode, aired the whole thing, and then boom, off to the races you go.
Right. Trying to think here. I
know we're all over the place, but that's how I felt as I was watching it. I was all over the place,
I enjoyed the episode a lot. I know you did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, like the first time I saw it, it was just like all marking out for me.
Oh yeah, I was marking out.
The second
I told you I was marking out for Tommy Dreamer after the thing.
Right, and the second time was pretty much all marking out. Because it was right after the first time. And then I didn't see it again until last night. I watched it a third time. And then I started seeing, more things and start noticing things like, it looks a little, this or that. Yeah, I don't know if it's just, we're getting used to the new place and all that.
Expectations gone greater. Yeah. I mean, have the expectations raised now?
It could be.
Do we expect more from LU?
But I mean, yeah, it could be. We're expecting too much.
I mean, I expected Vampiro to get up and chest shot Matt Striker just for the hell of it. Hey, season 4, bomb.
Okay. Here's one thing that did bother me.
Yeah, what's up?
The time I watched it. Okay, here's something that did bother me at the end of season 3, when we left. Lucha Underground. Matt Striker's like yelling at Vampiro, "Don't come over here! I'll have this little kid commentate with me."
Right,
and he's like calling Pentagon, all kind of names and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, right. I remember that. Right. Yeah, that's right.
So now he's all chummy with Vampiro. Not even like a vignette or something of them. Just kind of like, let's just work together and do this. Maybe that's coming. I don't know. This is one thing I want to throw out there. The bad thing about taking in something like this week by week is we're not seeing the big picture.
Right. Exactly.
See the picture till later. So there are certain things we won't see how it fits into the big picture until like later, right?
I think a lot of it has to do that we waited so long for Lucha Underground to come back that we wanted everything in the very first episode. Everything.
Right.
All the stuff that we answered from season 3, everything answered. And it goes to your point. All of us are not seeing the big picture yet. So, it's got to play out.
But yeah, on the Matt Striker thing, like him and Vampiro, no signs of any issues. When the last time we saw them, Matt Striker's all, unhappy with him. And then he's cool. You know, Matt Striker's like saying, "Oh, I want to see Pentagon break such and such his arm," and I was like,
Right.
"You were not into that like before."
Mhm. Yeah, but again, it's like you said, the whole thing has to play out. And I think we were just so excited to have it back and I know Dante was doing it. I know you were doing it. I was doing it too. I was watching season 3 up to the premiere.
Right.
So I wanted stuff answered as well. I wanted a whole bunch of stuff found out. I wanted this question answered. I wanted that question answered. I wanted this person to come back. I wanted them to address this person leaving. Blah 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 blah. But again, and that's what LU does so good. Everything gets answered in time.
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is be patient. Yet again.
Yeah. So if anyone's listening to us, and a quick shout out YYH and Floozemaker. And
Floozemaker, what up? YYHH, how you guys doing in the chat? A quick shout out also to the Way Too Real Lucha Click Party and the Mem Show.
Woo!
Yes.
But what was that, man? This is the worst thing about getting older. I lose.
You just focus on the World Cup and your Sylvester. That's all you're thinking about right now, Pedro.
I lose.
You're like, I want to see people kicking balls and I want to be drinking beer. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
For anyone listening to us, okay, lo siento. For anyone listening to us, if we sound anyone negative, we do know that we need this. That this all has to play out. We're just reacting to at the moment. We're just reacting to what's happening. So
there's no negativity involved. All we want to do
is negativity. We're just like reacting,
observations and reacting. I think I'm at fault too. It's because I think my personal expectations for Lucha Underground has grown. So I want more. I want more. So I expect more, and that's my fault. It's because in my eyes, LU is the promotion that I watch. That's my number one. So I want it to be number one all the way around. So, and then also a quick shout out to Zeus, who had to go take care of some stuff. So I hope he's doing all right. And again, a quick shout out to everybody else out there, the whole Lucha Click crew, and the Mem Show, Justin, Mil Machetes, Way Too Real, CJ Dinero, Dante, Angie, By Lucha, Scorp, the whole crew.
Casey from
all those guys, everybody.
The MMM
peace, love, and hugs
last night, as YYH is pointing out. But
I had to finish listening to it.
All right, James.
What's up?
Let's see. Here's something I want to talk about because I thought this person really broke out in this episode. Besides Marty, who Marty's been breaking out for a while. This is just
he's been awesome.
This is kind of like him sort of getting towards the front of things, right? But Cobra Moon.
Oh, first of all, first of all, the fact that she came out with Daga was hot. Hey, that shit, hands down, it was hot right there.
Daga's gear looks so swank.
Yeah, they look good coming out together. Second, she looked amazing. She looked amazing. See, you can tell she's been working hard. Even everything, her body looks toner, her facial expression, even through the mask. You could see it in her eyes. And the way she was acting in the ring, she was doing the slither routine, hands down, she stepped up big time. She looked awesome. Awesome.
The big thing for me was like the way her acting and her expressions, like the way she was selling things, like when Daga lost her anger at it. She sells the anger by coming back with Vibora, and when she does that thing, like she stomps out there, and she's like, screaming, and here comes Vibora to destroy Johnny Mundo and all that for Mundo like hitting her and eliminating Daga, like the way she sold stuff. I was just like, oh, like you're almost like transfixed. because she did such a great job.
I was fixated on her. I was fixated, and then when the Viva come out and her and Viva together, I mean, I was like, this is awesome. I mean, not for nothing, but I would love to see. Here I am. I'm being Mr. Booker in my head again.
Fantasy booking.
The fantasy booking. After 4 beers, I start booking matches. Okay. I would love to see Cobra Moon and Vibra against Marty the Mouth and Mariposa. I think that would be awesome. I think that would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to know my fantasy booking?
Yeah, well.
Oh my God, this is before. I think I was having a conversation with YYH on DMs. Lo siento to YYH. I'm not trying to out any of our DMs, but I had a like a fantasy booking idea when I was talking with her once about Lucha Underground stuff, and it was I wanted a like Daga with the Reptile Tribe behind him to like challenge Penta for the title.
Nice.
Like
nice. I'll pay to see that. I like to see that. That's main event status right there. I like that. Good job, Pedro. I like that. I like that.
But yeah, Cobra Moon, everything she did, like I wish she had gotten in the ring because she's so good in the ring now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I have a funny feeling she's gonna be getting in the ring. Yeah.
They have to put her in the ring.
Yeah, they got to.
And
I thought, I thought everybody who participated in Aztec Warfare in ring, hell of a job. I mean, not for nothing, but you know who looked great and he was moving like he was good? Mil Muertes.
Oh yeah.
My man came in, he was like, knee surgery? What knee surgery? Bang! He was charging people and flipping people and throwing people all over the place. I was like, look at Mil go. There you go. And then the whole thing with Katrina at the end, I was like, uh-oh, dun, dun, dun. I'm like, what's going to happen? So, I thought it was good, man. It was good stuff. Again, I wish it was 90 minutes because I had to watch the show 3 times. Just to catch up what I was missing,
On no, you mentioned Mariposa. She I was all excited when she came out. I was kind of sad she was there so short because in season 3, like I felt like the crowd was starting to get more and more behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like that time she beat up everyone with the chairs.
Yeah, that was hot.
And so I thought the thing with her with the kendo stick was like kind of like a callback.
It was good. It was good.
And then she was gone. Good. And yeah, I know her appearance is slightly different. The blonde pigtails.
Yeah, the blonde with a little bit, and the suit was a little more sexier.
Yeah, she's a little thicker, and she's busting out a bit more.
Yeah, she's like, seams? What seam? Bang,
Oh yeah, like oh my goodness.
I don't do seams, but hey, you know what?
Avert
she's
me
great
eyes.
in ring.
Yeah, cheerleader.
She's
Melissa
great in
awesome
ring, man.
In the ring,
and they should really use her in the ring because she's great. Yeah, she really is.
It's weird that the things that have gotten her the most exposure is like wearing masks.
Yeah,
When she was Austin Kong's like manager wearing that mask, and then
ain't no pom poms in LU. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody cheerleading in LU, so it was great, man. I mean, she was, like I said, everybody who worked the match was amazing. Chavo Guerrero was amazing. Everybody. I mean, I'm still marking out hard for Tommy Dreamer. Everything was amazing. I wanted Vampiro to get in the ring at the end. No, I'm just serious. I want him to get in the ring and again, like you said, I wanted questions answered. I want everything answered the very first episode.
Can you can you imagine if when one of the drums were beating and then the doors open and then like there's no one there and then like Vampiro stands up and takes off his
yeah, he's a number 11th entrant. That would have been hot. That would have been hot. And then well again, I wanted him and Penta to go face to face.
Oh yeah,
I wanted to see him and Penta, because remember at the end of season 3, he was a little bit hovering out, the master thing and all that. But I was floored away. Everybody who's talking about it, MMM show on Way Too Real, everybody got nothing but glorious things to say about LU. It was awesome. It was great, man. I loved it. I have my little picadillos here and there of, with the whole production and this, I didn't like that. But then again, I go back to thinking that I'm expecting more from LU now.
And, it could also be we just need to get used to the new setup.
Yeah, exactly. Look, all new cameras, the new production, exactly.
New ring ropes. So we got to learn to, like you were saying, you were missing all those familiar things that we were used to in the old one. We just have to learn.
I'm sure by episode 3, nobody will give a shit about what color the ropes are, who's holding what camera, how does it look on video. All we care about millwork is, a power driver somebody in the middle of the ring, but it was the first episode, and I'm still pumped up for it. As a matter of fact, I want to watch it again right now. It was just awesome.
Hey,
it's awesome.
You're mentioning Mil Muertes, and it reminded me how they were emphasizing this big thing about him getting his power from that seal in the ring, and then it reminded me about the bit of lore, or not lore, but sort of overall universe setup they gave us, where the temple is anywhere that seal is. Like
exactly, I caught that. Yeah, that was hot.
That seal anywhere, then that place becomes the temple.
The temple, right? Exactly.
And then we got another.
That was a good way to explain the change of venue too. I mean, that's awesome how they did that.
It's almost I don't mean to get all geeky here, but it's almost a Doctor Who thing.
Please get geeky. Hence the name of the show, Mark Out Mania. That's what we do. We mark out. We geek out.
When they made Doctor Who, when the original actor was, they felt he was getting past it, and they wanted a new Doctor Who. They invented the whole scenario where he regenerates to explain having different actors play the character. Right. So it is almost like a Doctor Who thing. Like if you put the seal somewhere, that place becomes the temple.
That place becomes the temple. It becomes a temple. It becomes holy ground. It becomes sacred ground.
Right. And we got another mention of war. We got another mention of this war.
I caught that. Oh my God. Now I'm hoping. I don't know if this is going to be a season-long storyline. Is it going to culminate? Is it going to go into season 5, or is it going to be is it the ongoing theme for this season?
Yeah, we have to wait and see. It's a shorter season too, so
yeah. I can't lie though. I felt a huge sense of excitement and relief at the same time as soon as the elevated original series popped up on my TV screen.
Yes.
I was marking out on the logo.
Yes.
Okay. I marked out on the logo, the original series. I was like, yes, here we go. It was, and they had the countdown clock in the corner before. I was like, oh, this is awesome. And all the movies we were playing before LU started was over the top with Sylvester Stallone. I was like, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? I mean, the countdown clock with Sylvester Stallone and that idiot kid, Ricky Schroeder, whatever his name is. Brutal.
Do you want to know what I was watching before the episode came on?
What?
The Fox had Fox Sports 1 had a World Cup preview special.
You was watching that. Hey,
I was watching that up till about 6:55 or so Central Time, and then I switched to El Rey, and I saw the very end of
Yeah, over the top. Yeah, I was watching the last episode of season 3, right? And then I had that on, and then at the same time I had the Yankee game on, so I was flicking the Yankee game back and forth between that and stupid Sylvester Stallone, and I was like, and then the countdown clock came on, and I marked out for the countdown clock.
I
was
know.
like, look at this, they got a countdown clock. I was like, oh, you know, shit is real right now.
Yes.
Is it New Year's? Do I need a glass of champagne? How am I living right now? Oh my God, it was awesome. It was awesome. I think it was a great episode all the way around. And it's just like you said, all of us have to get used to the way it looks now, and the production values, and the different feel of the show, you know?
Oh, and we got to address next week.
Yeah.
Versus Matanza.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your Matt Striker impression.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, you know, I know it wouldn't be right, but I would love for Dario Cuello to come out of his casket and stop that match from happening. You know, that's what I would like. But I mean, if they're going to do that already on week 2, that's going to be amazing. Number 1, 2 is much watch, and 3, I don't think Penta holds on to the belt.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Pedro. I know Penta's your man, but if you're going to do it like that, you got to give it to Matanza. It'll make Dario's Puffs that much more of a heel. I mean, you got to. And then you know what? He holds the belt over everybody, and everybody's chasing him. You know. So you know, I mean, I want Penta to win, but I wouldn't mind if Matanza gets it.
Boo! Boo!
Wow! I'm heel. I'm Mark Almeida right now. I'm getting heel heat for Pedro.
I start cursing in Spanish and stuff. Chingate!
But you know, I mean, if you do put the strap on, if you do put it on Matanza, I mean, it opens up the world with him and Muertes again. It could be somebody new, you know. It could be somebody we've haven't seen yet, and you know, you got to remember too. We're actually still waiting for the appearance of Killer Cross, so you don't know how he's going to play into it.
Oh my God! And you know, Killer Cross was on Impact this week. He was at the very end of the episode.
I missed it because I'm having let's just say intense debates with Spectrum Cable Company, aka they suck. I'm supposed to be getting a pop channel in my package. They told me I have it. I turn it on. I don't have the channel. So I've been going back and forth with them. So I missed all of that, but I'll catch up on my Impact soon enough.
Well, I mean, you know, if we're addressing Impact real fast, Impact is always so disappointing.
Again, it goes back to what I'm saying. They don't build. Their TV show does nothing for me. They don't get behind the essence of their characters. Again, it's Johnny Mundo. On Impact, he's just a mid-carder. He doesn't do anything for me. On LU, he's Hulk Hogan. You know, I mean, you know, he steps out. The Worldwide Underground steps out, and you know, like all of us bow down. You know, and Impact, he comes out and we're like, yeah, whatever.
Right.
So
well, here's another example of what you're saying. Cage. Have you seen Cage on Impact?
Yeah.
He comes off so lame on Impact. He's just a big dude.
He's bootleg. Yeah.
And you're like, but he comes off like, you know, I'm a machine. He's so cool and shit on.
I'm ready for Cage to stand in the middle of the ring and Impact, take off his face, and be Bobby Lashley underneath.
Oh my God!
You know, yeah, because he's not the machine in LU.
Oh,
it's the way the characters and the storylines are presented to us, and And I'm sorry, and I know there are a lot of Impact fans out there, especially my brother's the biggest Impact fan I know. Trust me, him and I go at it. But the Impact TV show does nothing for me. It doesn't excite me. I'm like, even the in-ring stuff is not as good as it once was.
You know who's the only person I found from Lucha Underground who has made the transition to Impact is Taya.
Yeah.
Taya, she's different in both places. Like she's almost like a different character, which is understandable. But she's like one of the only knockouts who right now on TV in their matches, their moves look, have like impact, and she again a presence.
They water it down on TV as well,
And her booking isn't that great on Impact, but she's rising above like the material they give her. I feel.
Yeah, well, I mean, in Impact, I think the cream always rises to the all the way to the top. You have to really stand out on Impact, or you have to make a lot of noise. So listen, I can do this, that, and the third. I want, I'm ready to roll with this kind of storyline and this and that and this. And, I mean, it's like a good actor with a bad movie. You only do so much of what they give you,
Right.
So, I mean, even Robert De Niro's made shitty movies. So, hey, it happens, But
it can happen.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens. Now, after missing a week last week, and again, I want to give a special shout out to everybody who wished me a happy birthday. Good looking out. Thank you much. Love and hugs. But I missed being on the show last week, and I'm pumped up, still pumped up. I'm pumped up for next week because it's the ECW show, Hardcore, the Heatwave show over in Math Pro, and that's going to be off the hook. And that show we're going to do is going to be ECW Central. Oh man, it's going to be good stuff next Saturday, man. It's going to be real good stuff next Saturday.
I remember how that theme song went. The ECW one.
Yeah. Dum 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 dum. Oh my God! Look at that.
You talking about the Thunder Kiss?
Yeah, I'm actually doing that live on air. What kind of geek am I? Look at this. There you go, Pedro. There you go. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on my tights and my knee pads. I'm ready to go.
Next week we are doing a special ECW episode. We may have to do multiple of them because I know James and Zeus both have been to 1 million ECW shows between them.
Oh yeah, that's an understatement.
I've only been to the one. I only saw them once, but I know y'all went to a bunch. So, because next week Maverick Pro is doing ECW show.
Yeah, Heatwave, right?
Yeah.
Heatwave and Maverick Pro. Shane Douglas will be there. Sabu, Super Genie. Oh my God. I think Chris Bay's defending his belt against Jack Evans. Am I right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to be some hot stuff. Yeah.
Taya versus Rachel Ellerling.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Matt Pro's going to kill it this Saturday, man. They're going to kill it this Saturday, Matt Pro. Sabu is Super Genie.
Homicidal.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. And only man knows got more scars than me. That man is amazing. Woo! All right, Pedro. I know you got World Cup to get to. I don't want to take up any more of your time.
I got not World Cup, but just I just got life to get to. But
we got a lot of life to do today. A lot of life. It's Father's Day weekend too, so happy Father's Day to everyone out there who are dads. All right, you know, if your kid is a good kid, you would get your dad a Mexican mask, and then that's it. You know, you guys go wrestle in the backyard. It'd be awesome. You know?
Don't. I don't know about that. I did.
Why not? Come on, man. If I had a kid, I want my kid to get me. I want my kid to get me.
If they're a young kid, a small kid, okay. But if you're
any mask, any old school AAA CMLL mask, and I'm down in the backyard. Let's go.
Yeah, don't
loser buys.
Don't wrestle your dad if you're an adult.
I know, right? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's all crazy and backwards over here. I'm telling you. I'm still on vacation mode. Look at me. I'm bugging out.
Well, yeah. Well, thanks everyone for listening, and another quick shout out to Zeus. Hope everything's all right.
Yeah, Zeus, man. Peace and love, brother.
Thank you, everyone who was in the chat room. And
thanks everyone in the chat.
Thank you to everyone.
YYHH. Thanks to everyone. Oh, hold on. And then a special shout out to Angie for my LU shirt straight from the temple. Straight from the Ice Temple. It came straight from the Ice Temple. I was wearing it on Wednesday. So thanks, Angie, for that. Good looking out. Loves and hugs. And
that is awesome. Oh, yeah, and thank you to everyone who watches it like archived, like not live, but watches it later. So if you're listening to this,
I hope we didn't spoil it for you, Mom. Our bad.
Thank you for giving us like your time.
But if you're an OU fan, you should have watched it already. Damn it! No.
Damn, you should have been watching. Damn. But yeah, y'all take care. We're taking off. Adios.
Later, guys. Peace and love. Until next week. Bye. Have a good weekend.
Ooh, yeah.